Okay, so now we are at fourth session, and this session will be like largely about my approach towards astrology. That what I follow, what I don't follow, and how I think that I should follow astrology. I'm not saying everyone should follow astrology like this. I'm just saying that this is the way I should follow astrology. If you feel aligned with this approach, it's your wish. If you don't feel aligned with this approach, this is also your wish. Okay. So today we are going to discuss that because this is what is going to follow throughout our these sessions, in coming sessions and all. This approach I'm going to follow. I'm not going to change. Okay. So this is the time you should be well aware that okay, this is what I can cover and this is what I cannot cover in this and in these sessions, so that you can take your judicious decision, wise decision, whether you want to watch these videos or you don't want to waste your time. Okay. So that is it. So today we are going to discuss about my approach towards astrology, uh, how I think astrology should be followed by me. Again, it is not a force on everyone. Okay. One thing we discuss is like what is the importance of astrology or any occult science. We discussed it yesterday. Why to learn astrology at all? And I said that learn to know all your options. That one planet, one house, one sign position, one nakshatra position represents truckload of things, thousands of the things. Okay, it is not that Mars only represents like violence. Mars also represents protection. It is not Venus only represents sex. Venus also represents service and devotion. It is not that the sun only represents ego. Sun also represents soul. So this is what we need. Why we should learn astrology is that we know all the options. Okay, I'm going through Mars Dasha now. Like I have all these options in front of me. I can be protective also. I can be controlling also. I can be dominating also. I can be violent also. It's my choice where I want to go. Okay, in which direction I want to go. So learn astrology for this reason. Okay, so that you know your options clearly well. You cannot say that okay, I was going through difficult Mars transits, that's why I was shouting at someone, I was yelling at someone. This is like very childish approach. Okay, it is true that the person is shouting because of Mars transit only. It is true, but it is only half true, because that Mars also shows some higher qualities. You are not able to focus on those higher qualities. It also shows protection. It also shows defense. Okay. Why you are not able to focus on those? Why you are only focusing on lower qualities of Mars, that is shouting and yelling? Okay. So this is why we should learn astrology, so that we should know all the options we have while going through our life. Okay. Then mm, then this there is always like a big push among like astrologers and people who follow astrology, even astrological students, astrology related students, to follow the books, the scriptures. Okay. My approach is more about experience. Okay, I'll rarely refer to any book. Okay, even in my course, astrology course, I don't refer to any book. I don't refer to my own book, although I refer to Osho books many a times. Okay, uh, maybe they have nothing to do with astrology, but still they are useful. So with scriptures, it is like I'm not going to quote any scripture in these courses. Okay. It may sound like I'm disrespectful towards them. I'm actually more respectful towards them. Understand the reason. Okay, there are many reasons why I don't quote scriptures. First reason, understand all these scriptures were written originally around 5000 years ago in the purest of the Sanskrit language. I never studied Sanskrit in my whole life. Maybe up to like 8th or 10th class. It was one of the languages in my school days. After that, I never had any interest in Sanskrit. I cannot even translate a Sanskrit word into Hindi or English. Forget about interpreting it. Okay. When I'm unable to even translate it, I cannot even think of interpreting. Okay, so if I go on interpreting these original texts, I will make like a mess of it. Okay, so that is why I don't want to disrespect these scriptures by misinterpreting. Okay, another thing is that all languages go through a like process of transformation. Okay, every languages. Okay, like many of the words which we used to use in like even in Hindi language or English language in 1990s, now in 2020s they are obsolete. Those words we don't use. Okay, many words have changed their meaning. So I feel that 5,000 years ago, the meaning with which like sages might have written some Sanskrit words, that meaning might have changed. Another thing is that this like uh, it is not that like what word or what meaning they were indicating towards, the sages were indicating towards, uh, it is the same meaning now. Okay, and understand one thing, Osho says in one of his preaching that there are three languages. Okay, Sanskrit, Arabic, and Greece. Okay, Sanskrit, Arabic, and Greece. Osho says that there are three languages which are very fluid by nature. Fluid means one word can have different meanings. Okay, and many a times there can be like opposite meanings also. So I have like a serious concern that the meaning which sage wanted to give, are we interpreting the same meaning at our level? Okay, so this is why I don't go into like scriptures. This is one reason. I go towards the like experience of the person. Okay, if a scripture is saying something, but a person has experienced something different, I will rely on person. Okay, another thing is that all these scriptures have gone through many translations, many editions over thousands of years. Probably we are not even reading original scripture. We are probably reading the thousandth edition, probably of 10,000 translation of original text. So that also like makes a lot difference, because if I translate any ancient scriptures, where will I be able to understand everything which sage wanted to say? Okay, do I have the acumen, the level of intelligence which sage has? I don't have. So when if I translate it, I will, and there are more chances I will mistranslate, I will misinterpret. So this is also the reason why I don't rely much on books. Okay, printed books, published books. I don't rely on my own book also. Okay, so because even that book is 2 years old now, at least 1 year old. Okay, so that is why like I don't rely on any book. Then uh, there is this like small story of Buddhism. It is about on the same point. It's like when Buddha passed away. The story goes like this: that after passing away of Buddha, all the disciples of Buddha came to Ananda, the main disciple of Gautam Buddha, and they said to Ananda that let's make scriptures of Buddha's teaching so that it can be helpful for coming generations. Ananda agreed. Ananda was the closest disciple, closest in the sense that he was standing closest to the Buddha all the time for 40 years, listened to everything from the closest. Okay. So Ananda agreed to tell them what all Buddha said. He started narrating all those things with a prefix, as I understood from Buddha. He never said as Buddha said or as Buddha told, nothing like that. He said as I understood from the Buddha. What it means is, first of all, very honest person. Okay, he was the highest authority after Buddha, but look at the honesty of the person. He's not saying as Buddha said. He's saying this is what I understood from Buddha. Okay, that is also why I like I'm very reluctant to rely on the books, because original books were written by sages. Now we have the translation understanding of another person. Okay, we don't know if this another person is as intelligent, as wise as the sage also. Okay, so this is why I feel that words of an enlightened master should be translated or interpreted by another enlightened master. No one else should do it. If someone has been said by, if something has been said by Buddha, only a person like a Buddha should interpret it. Only then the right interpretation is possible. Otherwise, it is not possible. This is also my concern with the scriptures, or the translated versions of the scriptures, I should say, edited version of scriptures. Then there is this another reason why I don't look into books is that we have the printed forms. Okay, we don't have the original scriptures, right? As I said, we have the printed form. There is always a possibility of having a printing mistake somewhere. Okay, there is always a possibility. Like if you just search for this term, Wicked Bible, WICKED Bible, Wicked Bible. What is Wicked Bible? Wicked Bible is a Bible published in UK in 17th century. Why it is called Wicked Bible? Because normally the Bible has, the Holy Bible has like 10 commandments. One of those commandments is like, thou shall not commit adultery. In this Bible, it was printed as thou shall commit adultery. Okay. So one small mistake, shall not, shall. Okay. One word mistake and the whole meaning is changed. Okay. Are we so sure that from 5,000 years of translating and editing and all, not a single word went off? I'm not sure. I have some doubts. Okay. So that is why also I will not refer to any book. Another thing is that similar incident happened, like I was listening to Osho on Ashtavakra Gita. Okay. And in that preaching at one place, the word came as pramad. Okay. As Osho went into like preaching or interpreting that verse, and he read that verse, word pramad, he said that it should be pramod. It should not be pramad. Okay. Under the context of the whole scenario, under the context of this verse, it should be pramod. It is wrongly printed as pramad. Now, if you pay attention, only a syllable mistake, pramad and pramod, but meanings are completely different. Pramad means sorrow, pramod means joy. So this is why I feel that a person like me, if others feel comfortable with interpreting from books and all, scriptures and all, great. They must be wise enough to do that. But a person like me should not like flirt with danger. while by reading the books and scriptures and all, because first of all I don't have that wisdom. Okay, I'm not someone like a Buddha who should interpret words of Buddha. I'm just an ordinary person, so I go in my ordinary way of looking at the experience of the people and like interpreting them. Okay, so this is my approach. First of all, that I don't pay I don't say I don't pay importance to scriptures, but I'm not worthy enough. I'm not eligible enough to look into scriptures. I should. If a person is like a Buddha, then only he should, as I said, he should interpret the words of Buddha. Then this we discussed this thing yesterday also, good versus bad. People ask this question very often, like in like Q&A sessions every Saturday also, and these questions are rampant. Well, I have this planetary position, is it good or bad? I have this planetary placement, this is good or bad? There is nothing like good only, there is nothing like bad only. Good and bad both are together. They cannot be separate from each other. This human life is bipolar by nature. With every good, something bad is always attached. Okay. Actually, we can understand good only in the background of bad. Okay. If I say that X country is very peaceful in this world, there has to be a Y country which is very violent. Under the background of violence only, I can understand the peace. Okay, so this is what every planet, every planetary position, every house sign, nakshatra, they represent something good, they represent something bad. Okay, where do we focus? It's our free will. Okay, and then there is a popular concept these days is that a person is behaving due to his chart. Okay, people like to talk about it that okay, if person is acting like this, then it must be in his chart, his planetary positions would be like this, then only he is acting like this. What can he do? Understand, my view is that astrology, spirituality, religion, or any occult science, numerology, palmistry, whatever you want to follow, its main purpose is to evolve you. Okay, its main purpose is to help you in evolving further. When we say that this person is behaving because of his chart is like that, that is not going to help in any evolution, because then anyone who is acting in any way in this world, it must be in his chart. Okay, so if a serial killer goes on killing people, then that must be in his chart. Then why to complain about it? If a politician throws a nuclear bomb somewhere, then why to complain about it? That must be in his chart. Poor guy. Okay, so that is this approach we have to let go. As I said, planets represent thousands of the things, lower things also, higher things also. Our job is to choose for the higher things as much as possible, not the lower representations. Okay. So this is why I don't buy this logic that person is behaving due to his chart or planetary placements. It is not going to help in any way. Now, what I feel that how astrology should be taken. Okay, understand that astrology or astrological chart or astrological studies, they show that how your life should be ideally. Okay, they show that how your life should be in perfect sense. They never show how your life would be. Understand the difference between this should be and would be. Astrology or astrological chart shows what ideally you should do in your life to live the most prosperous life. It never shows how what you would do, because you may be receptive towards what should be, you may not be receptive towards what should. Let's take few examples. Suppose there is a guy and a girl. Okay, I asked this question before any consultation to people, to the clients, and answer is 99% in one direction. So suppose there is a guy and a girl, they are in love with each other. They go to the best astrologer of the world. That poor astrologer somehow feels that they will not be happy in their marriage. And he says so that you both should not get married. Do you think they will listen to him? As I said, I asked this question to all my clients, and 99% of people say no, they will not listen. 1% people say they should listen. Even they are not sure that they will listen. Okay. So this is the main thing, that chart is showing this direction. We want to go in this direction. Okay. Chart is showing the ideal path. What should be, we want to go in this path. What would be? Okay. So most of the time we are not aligned with our chart energy. We don't want to follow the path which chart is indicating. Another way of understanding it like this is that understand your chart as a Google map of your life. Your planetary placement and charts are nothing but Google map of your life. So if I want to go somewhere in my city, I will check on Google Map. Google Map will give me the quickest and easiest way. But Google Map can only show me the way. It cannot force me to take that way. If I want, I can choose another way, right? Likewise, your chart, your planetary placement can only show you the way. They cannot force you to take that way. Okay. They show you the ideal path you should follow. Whether you will follow or not is still your free will. Planets show you the path, but they respect your free will. If you want to go into some other path, it's your wish, but it will have its repercussions. Okay. I cannot say that someone cannot say that I'm jumping from the 10th floor. Okay. But now my bones should not be broken. They will be. Okay. So if you follow the wrong path, there will be repercussions. There will be uh, difficult experiences on that path, which is only an indication, which is only showing that you are on wrong path. Even those indications, those difficulties are like guidance that you are following a wrong path in your life. Okay. So this is what. Uh, So, first thing is that this astrological chart is like what you should do, not what you would do. This is why another thing which people expect in predictions is a perfect prediction. Okay, that guaranteed prediction. What I am predicting must happen, because it cannot happen. As I said yesterday also, one event depends on the thousands of collateral events. Plus, most importantly, the person himself is not doing anything related with his chart. Most of the time, people are not aligned with their chart energy. They are not doing anything. They are not doing anything related with their chart energy. Most of the time, okay. Even like in my case, uh, till 2015, I was not aligned with my chart energy. I was not doing something which my chart indicated in the highest of the forms. Okay. After 2015, I started following my chart. Okay. So this is what happens, that perfect prediction is not possible because most of the time people are not following the chart. Okay, I may say that okay, this person can become a like like a good businessman in something like IT consultants. He can be an IT consultant on his own. But this guy may have the fear of losing his job. He may never quit his job. Okay. Now, if you are not quitting your job, how you will become an IT consultant on your own? Okay. So now, if this person complains, your prediction never came true because you didn't put any effort into that. You continue to follow a wrong path. That is why it didn't come true. Okay. So this is what this my approach towards astrology is, that astrology is like the ideal path, should be path, but whether person is aligned or not is still his free will. Okay. Then there is a small story between king, monk, and the servant. Okay. Which also shows how we should approach astrology or astrological predictions. Okay. So this story is about a king who was visited by a monk. Monk gave him two clay idols, and monk said that any day any of these clay idols get broken, your kingdom will face war within 7 days. King said, "Fine." He takes the idols. He gives to his best servant. "You are my best servant. Take care of these idols. Make sure that they never get broken. If they get broken, if any war happens, we will punish you." Poor servant, what he can do? Bad news. He took the idols, he started taking care of them, just like he was taking care of everything else. One day, while cleaning, one of the idols got broken. King was informed. Uh, like uh, King says, "Okay, fine. Put him into prison. If any war happens within 7 days, we will punish him." On fifth or sixth day, a war begins. Another kingdom attacks this kingdom. War begins. Okay, present him into the court. King says to the servant that you didn't do your job properly. Because of your mistake, because of your neglect and carelessness, this war is happening. So we have decided to give you death punishment. So you want to say something? Servant says that I want to break the second idol also. King says, "What do you mean?" Servant says, "See, that is also clay that will be broken one day or the other, and you will hang another person." Okay. So if someone is dying due to this stupid reason, only one person should die. Only why two people should die. So king says that I still didn't understand what you want to say. Servant said that basically you never understood the monk. And this is important part. Pay attention. War is not happening because of breaking of idol. Breaking of idol is an indication that war is coming. It was an indication that someone is preparing against you for war, so you should start your preparation. Those 7 days were given to prepare for the war, not for waiting for the war. Okay. This is whole of astrology for you, by the way. Read this story on Mata Amrita Anandamai Mata, hugging saint, okay, from South India. Yeah, on her site, I read this story. So and I liked it very much. So this is like whole of astrology or any occult science. Its main purpose is to make you a proactive person. Okay, so that you can proactively act in your life. Either you enhance your benefits in the good times or you mitigate your sufferings in the bad times by that proactive action. Okay, that is the only purpose of astrology, nothing else for me. Okay, again, yeah, you can have your own purposes. So this is also my approach. Okay, in these sessions which I am recording, you are not going to have any information on any remedy or gemstone. Okay, no gemstone. No remedy gemstone. I'm not going to talk about any remedy, any gemstone, what you should do or what you should wear for any planetary placement and all. That is not my concern. Okay. If you feel connected with any remedy, if you feel something brings positivity to you or optimism to you, if you feel wearing some gemstone is bringing optimism for you, it's your wish, you can follow it. I am neither recommending nor I am stopping someone. I am just completely neutral in this matter. Okay. So there will be no information on remedies, okay? Remedies, gemstones in any of the session. This is the first and last mention of remedies and gemstones in these sessions. Then there is one concept which will help us throughout is the concept of Jivakaraka, Ajivakaraka. Okay. Living significance and non-living significance. Understand it like this. Every planet, every house represents something living, and every planet, every house represents something non-living. Like Venus represents your relationship partner, okay, or relationship. Venus also represents finance. Second house represents your family. Second house represents your wealth. Fourth house represents your mother. Fourth house represents your real estate. Mother is living significance of fourth house. Real estate is non-living significance of fourth house. Family is the living significance of second house. Wealth is non-living significance of second house. Relationship is living significance of Venus. Finance is non-living significance of Venus. So this concept says that any planetary placement in any situation, malefic, benefic, good, bad, ugly, whatever, is going to help you in non-living significance, but it may trouble you in living. Okay. So any planetary placement can give you difficulty in living significances, means your relationship life, family life, but it can still bring the good benefits in the non-living significances like career, education, finance, creativity, sports, and all that. Okay, why? Because when you are dealing with a person, living significance, another person, he is behaving as per his chart, you are behaving as per your chart. And if things are not aligned, there will be a friction. Okay, this is it. But when it comes to like career, education, and all these kind of things, its results depend on your efforts, your hard work. Okay. If I put hard work, I put effort, I may not get promotion this year, I may get the next year. Okay. But same thing cannot be said about relationship life. Maybe my partner is putting a lot of effort in relationship, but I am not even paying attention. So obviously, like that relationship, we cannot expect to improve next year just because she is putting efforts. Efforts has to be put from both the sides. Okay. In this is why relationship or like living significances are difficult, because every person involved there has to put an effort. Then only we can expect that something better can happen. Okay. So this is why this concept is going to help us throughout Jiva Karaka, Ajiva Karaka, living significances, non-living significances. I have written many a times about this concept. You will get detailed articles on the site astrosatsana.com or .in. With many examples. So this is what, and this concept is always helpful. You can apply this concept anywhere. That is why we see like people having good financial life, good career, and good this finance wealth related matters, but they have like troublesome family life and relationship life, because that result of relationship life depends on other person also. And if many people are involved, like families are involved, obviously their chart also. Okay. So this is one concept which is always going to be helpful. I think I covered everything about my approach towards astrology. That is Right, should be, would be, importance, king, monk, servant, perfect prediction, uh, person is acting due to chart, jiva karka, remedies, books, and all. Great. I think we are good to go. Okay. Next session will be on the making of chart or the basic introduction of the chart. How to understand the basic introduction of the chart. Mm, did I miss something? Okay. Right. Let's meet in the next session. That will be upon like basic introduction of the chart, and then like we will also have. I will also like post one session on gunas. That session will be with my students in like class. Okay, that will be recorded tomorrow. So I will be posting day after tomorrow or what. So that is like the most important session. I feel that gunas are the most important concept. They are the foundation of human life. Okay, and they should be given more respect than what they get so far from astrologers or astrology community. Okay. Let's meet next.